Thanks, Chairman, and thanks to the panel. Give me some knowledge updated for Russia. So now I want to take some few minutes to talk about China. Thanks, Roberto and Antonio, our members of China M&A Association, make me here. That's the first time for me to be in the beautiful city of Verona. Beautiful weather, beautiful food, everything. It's perfect. Thanks, Roberto and Antonio. And starting from this year, the news continues, make the coverage of the world newspapers and media. Some bad news, some good news. The bad news include the GDP slowed down. The real economy is bad. And almost every industry, except a few top cities like Beijing, Shanghai, the real estate still has some demand. And almost every industry overcapacitated. And our stock market, up and down, several months ago, almost crashed. RMB, our currency, very stabilized in the past few years. But starting from the middle of this year, is starting fluctuated. TPP issue is good for some countries, is bad to China. And the old problem, pollution, PM 2.5, and water, food, safety, still the problems. All of these are bad news from China. A few good news. China still continues to open door. For the past 30 years, we have the open door policy and also the reform together. For the reform, is very debating how to improve China's political structure, economic structure is very debating inside and outside China. But for open door policy, is good. From this year, the door open even wider. The One Belt, One Road, Asian Investment Bank, all these issues make the positive driven to Chinese. And also for the GDP itself, although a little bit lower by the statistic, but for the three elements, investment, export, and consumption, is first time for the consumption goes up compared with the last year's same time, the third quarter, 20% goes up. So this is the good news. So combine the good news and bad news, what Chinese companies we should face and we should do for the next move. So we face the problem, and the problem is how to manage the assets, no matter is the enterprise or the individual, globalized. So we thought, by our study, by the China M&A Association, and we thought this is the moment for China. I shared some examples with the audience. The first one, like Chairman said, I sat on the board of the Ping An Insurance Group. Ping An Insurance Group is by the recent FT and Fortune 500 indication. The Ping An Group already ranked as the 96th. So the first time entered the first Fortune 100. They have a 4.6 trillion RMB as assets. They do banking, insurance, P2P, also some other securities. So they are too big to fall companies. And for a company like this, first, they have to manage well for their liabilities because they are insurance companies. Liability, based on the China's situation, people want to get insurance because they are uninsured, so they want to get insurance. So this, no problem, increase sharply. And for another management, for their balance sheet management, because the Europe, they have a Basel III, they have an anti-laundry policy seriously. So Ping An follow this very, very tightly. Another part, the third part, is managed assets, assets of management. And Ping An, based on the requirement by these clients, they want to manage these assets globally. So that means they want to find some good products, financial products, overseas. Italy or Europe, okay, that's what their targets. So for Ping An itself, it is the moment. I said another board is for the heavy industry called Zhenhua Port Manufacturing. It's the subsidiary of a China Communication Construction Company. It's also the Fortune 500 company. And all these port and dock facilities, they already occupied 80% worldwide, so overcapacity. And previously, even I think 1 year ago, the chairman of the board told me they got orders from Europe by 30% premium because our labor is cheaper and our currency is cheaper. But the things have changed. Only 1 year. Our labor increased and the labor here decreased. The currency also, RMB still there, but the euro decreased. Previously they have a 30% premium, but all are gone. They faced the problem like Japanese in the last 80s century, last 80s. So they have to find opportunities here, find targets here. In fact, they already have some partners in Italy, in Europe, in Germany, and in other European countries. They already. But previously, because of the cost, all these partners asked for Zhenhua to get order. But now, all these benefits are gone. So Zhenhua have to go to the European partners to work with them and see whether they have some real opportunities. They are SOEs, they are slow move, but they face the problem. They have to do something. So for Zhenhua, it is the moment. I set another board as an advisor, not the director. It's called COFCO in China. COFCO is easy to remember. China Oil and Food Company. It's the biggest company in China, SOEs, Fortune 500 companies. But recently, they set up the fund, $400 million for the first round. Why? Because in China, as you may know, China's e-commerce is one of the largest in the world. Big cities, young people, they buy things through the internet. Recently, by the statistic, they found some internet companies, they sell the Italian products through the internet. Even the waters, even the cheese, or even the food. Why? Because all these internet companies, they support, they want to do the trading inside and outside, online. But COFCO now have this fund. They said, if the situation like this, we are very, very strong on the offline in China. Why we invest or cooperated with the upstream companies? If the people want to buy the water from Italy, okay. We have a joint venture, we have a merger and acquisition with the Italian water company. We sell through the e-commerce channel. So that's why they are looking hungrily for the opportunities here. Water, wine, dairy products. And when they are talking about all these products to consume, here is the best. So for COFCO, I thought, or they thought, is the time. So how to meet this requirement I share some opinions with the audience. All these Chinese companies is a little bit different from the companies you are familiar here. China open door policy for 30 years. Many Chinese came to Europe, came to Italy to make shoes, to make shopping malls. But okay, this is the one part of Chinese you are familiar with. But you can see very soon, there is some other part of Chinese. They are looking for the top companies. They don't want to insolvent the company, going out of business company, or even the bankrupt company. They want to the good company to cooperate with them and polish this own balance sheet because of their own listed companies. So, and if it works, the better picture is these companies here locally, they're still doing their own business. And Chinese money, Chinese capital in, and help the whole company to open the Chinese market. The second opinion I want to share with you is more and more such companies, not only the SOEs or the big private companies from China, they are more reliant on the professionals. They don't want to get some introduction by some local Chinese society or the overseas Chinese society or even some organization, overseas Chinese entities. They want through the accounting firms, the law firms, the trust, the financial advisors to get the deal done. Recent successful cases from Fuxing and others, they just closed the deal very soon. Even the Sinochem closed this tires company, Pabeli, is in just 2 months. So to conclude, 100 years ago, just this gentleman mentioned the Silk Road from Marco Polo. So Marco Polo and the Silk Road, China, through this Silk Road to sell things, sell silk, sell China, sell other good stuff. But they did not buy things from Europe. They only used the silver to transfer back. That's triggered the war, even the open war, that's triggered out. But this new Silk Road, we call the One Belt, One Road. China want to stand, want to consume, want to cooperate. So that's different Silk Road. So to sum up my topic, only a few minutes, second left. I think for China and for the Italian, for the European society, it is the moment. Thank you.